My colleague Ashutosh Mishra is now joining us live from southern Israel in Ashkelon. Ashutosh, what is the situation today on the ground? You have been, in fact, moving around in these areas. It's day 6 of that war. What is the ground situation today?
Well, yesterday it was a terrible night. Throughout the day, 5 times siren went off, alerting people to go inside, and massive escalation, number of rockets fired. And, that was one anticipated. Why all of a sudden such escalation from Hamas? But then reportedly early morning we hear that under the cover fire of that rocket to neutralize first and keep the Israeli forces pushed back, there was one attempt of infiltration of nearly 7 terrorists who have infiltrated in the Ashkelon area, and they were roaming all night around the Ashkelon town. The hunting and combing operations, has been initiated by the armed forces. But in the meanwhile, the people have been advised to remain indoors in the safe house as there are terrorists venturing out, and probably they are looking for their targets. In fact, Teller is one of the local civilians here joining me here. They all have been advised. Teller, what is the advisory? What are the information that have been shared with the civilians as far as the infiltration is concerned?
The advice that I can give you is, first of all, listen to the instructions about the government. Stay in the room, don't go out, and if you see something suspicious, call to the police. Don't take a risk. Keep your family safe.
See, most of the people I see have already left this place, have gone to the safer areas. Why are you not evacuating when going to the safer areas?
We don't have any other place to go. This is my home. This is my family. We stay here. We don't have any other place to go, and we want to stay strong for the other people that fight here in the area, and not to left here and to stay for them.
And most of the people, Polemy, have gone, have joined the reserve forces to protect their land, their territories. But what makes more matter of concern is this invasion and the infiltration of the terror groups. They're continuously trying to, target the residential areas. Of course, Israel is retaliating, responding to the where the source of those rocket attacks coming from. But despite all of that, looks like there is some backup that Hamas is receiving, and the way they are using the heavily artillery using long distance rockets, that's also falling here in the town. Yesterday 5 times siren went off, 5 attacks were reported, and since this morning is absolute calm, but the tension remains given. The people are strictly advised to be indoors, do not go out. That's the situation in southern part of Israel.
That's right. The citizens over there have been advised to stay indoors, not to go out. So is there a fear that these areas that came under attack have not been cleared entirely?
Well, areas, as far as the bordering areas are concerned, the advancing operations were carried out. In fact, now the infantry division is moving further to the Gaza areas, to cornering, the terror groups. But since there was rocket attacks, when that takes place, eventually all your forces, you clear that particular area, because then Iron Dome responds. So last night there have been massive attack from the Hamas terror groups, and perhaps that was a cover fire that was given to the terrorists to infiltrate via the sea route. In fact, where I'm standing, just barely few meters from my right hand side is the Mediterranean Sea, the coastal line. So perhaps one of these stretch was being used by these terrorists to infiltrate, and perhaps they are even roaming inside. And there are several images have appeared and surfaced within last 4 or 5 days. These terrorists have literally started shooting people at the random place wherever they're found. So to avoid any such casualties, any such for attack, the people are advised, if you're not going outside, probably they will not get the target, and that's why they strictly advisory to remain indoors, remain safe.